So hello my dear friends, welcome back, welcome to your channel Cooking Astrology. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for subscribing my channel and liking my videos. Thanks a lot. So today in this video, let's try to understand Ketu placement in the second house of your D-9 Navamsa chart and what are going to be the karmic results that are particularly associated with this Ketu placement. Let's try to understand in this video. So first of all, the weather is pretty awesome up here and I'm also enjoying the rain. Most of the time I love spending most of my time, personal time in the nature as well, because nature help you to reflect your inner self in front of you. So that is also going to be connected with this Ketu placement in the second house, particularly when this Ketu is in the deep watery zodiac signs like Scorpio, Pisces, or in the Cancer, even in the elements of the air also, and even in the earth except fire element. If Ketu is in these three elements, I will tell you the sense of detachment is going to be very high inside these kind of individuals. Like, in order for you to connect with your own family life, with your own professional friend circle, with your own family members or your spouse, and even with your kids as well, the constant amount of detachment is necessary with this Ketu. Out of a 24-hour scenario, you need to spend minimum 2 to 3 hours alone with your own emotions, maybe in the nature or away from the hustle bustle of the city environment. Only then you will be able to experience the energy of this Ketu in your horoscope. But for example, if you are having Ketu in the second house and still you are not detaching yourself, then this is going to create the congestion in your horoscope. And by mean to say congestion, this Ketu have the capacity to create lot of tightness inside you, or you can relate this tightness word with actually suffocation part. Like, there is going to be lot of internal suffocation and internal sufferings that are coming in your life. Although everything is going to be there, you are going to have a good life, everything, good wife, money, kids, everything, good family support also, but still that constant amount of suffocation. And this is not the suffocation because of lack of oxygen. This is the internal suffocation, because Ketu have the capacity to tightly hold its grip in the second house. And the main purpose of this Ketu in your second house is to actually help you to become more and more emotionally stronger person rather than the emotionally weak person, because Ketu is a planet of detachment at the same time. So this Ketu will help you to actually in the progression towards the detachment side of the life as well. Although this Ketu is also very good in the financial side, I'm not denying that fact, because Ketu have the capacity to actually go through the materialistic side of the life as well, specifically in the second house. I have made one previous video of Rahu in the second house, so where Ketu is over there. And you remember I told you one thing, the path towards spirituality is somewhat going to go through materialism. Same thing apply with this Ketu as well. If you want to attain a specific level of spirituality in your life, or if you want to start your even spiritual progression or journey in the form of Kriya Yogas and other set of yogas, enough level of wealth is necessary in front of you people, so that at least you are not financially worried about your day-to-day expenses. Because until and unless you are not financially comfortable, it becomes very difficult for you to start your spiritual progression. I'm not saying you will not be able to start it, but once you start your spiritual journey or that progression, if that financial security is not there, then it becomes very difficult for you to progress these things further in your life. Now, there are going to be maybe many individuals that might going to deny me over this point of view, but you can see one thing in your life. If, for example, you are successful in your life, okay, it may be personally, professionally, and financially, you are a very successful person, then it means you have attained something in your life. And when you have attained something, some status, some power, or some money, only then you have the capacity to actually help some other person. And specifically, if you are thinking of helping one person or helping of more than 1,000 individuals, so that is going to create a huge impact in the society as well. So that part will only going to be coming in your life if first of all you are capable or you have attained that kind of a thing. So with this Ketu placement, your spiritual progression will always going to go towards the materialistic possession of the life. Apart from this, there are also going to be lot of Pitri karmas. Pitris mean ancestral karma. that are associated with this Ketu. First of all, if more malefics are in conjunction with this Ketu, and malefics like Mars, specifically Mars, Saturn, even Surya as well, that is planet Sun, then what is going to be happening over there? It represents some sort of a generational curses that you are bringing from the family life, from your family side. Now it may be your father or it may be your mother, and that curses are actually impacting in your life. Now these curses are not going to impact you in the professional side and not even the marriage, but when you are at the time of having a baby, or if you are a male, female, both watching this video, so at the time of a childbirth, these karmic patterns, they tend to unfold in front of you, and that is most of the time because of some akal mrityu or some sudden deaths that have happened in your family, or like some sort of emotional damage is going to be seen with this malefics along with Ketu placement. Now I will tell you, most of the time I have seen many charts with the individuals having Ketu with more and more malefics. So I will tell you, the conjunction of Ketu with malefics is also going to play its part in the D1 chart as well. If for example in your Lagna, in the D1 chart, Ketu is very well posited and not forming any connection, all alone, but in the D9 chart Ketu is with Mars, I will tell you the Mars is going to impact you in the much deeper way, more in the D1 chart. So suppose you are a Libra ascendant, Mars is gaining control over the 2nd house and the 7th house. So it means the 2nd house is your family, money and wealth, and 7th house is your marriage, relationships. So if for example in the D1 chart Ketu is very well posited, but in the D9 this is with Mars. Now Mars is gaining control over these two houses, family and marriage. So I will tell you, there are going to be a lot of deep impactful thing, or the impactful sufferings that will going to come through these areas. Now if for example Ketu is with more benefics, like for example Brihaspati, that is planet Jupiter, planet Moon, even planet Mercury also, then I will tell you, before the age of 25 and 26 you are going to be in some different realm. But when you hit that maturity of planet Moon and Venus around 24 or 25, then you will see that something is going to happen inside you which is going to trigger the inner instinct or the gut feeling. And most of the time this is also going to connected with your past life deeds, like in your previous birth or previous janma, and that is seen through 5th house lord actually in the D1 chart, okay, because 5th house is your past life deeds or the Purva Punya Bhav. So you need to pick the planet that is associated with the 5th house in your like Lagna chart, and then try to study its impact in the D9 chart, like whether this is in combining with the axis of Rahu and Ketu, or the depositor of Ketu in which zodiac sign Ketu is posited. Suppose that 5th house lord is forming that connection with them, then this is going to create a very good astrological yoga. If you want to become a very successful astrologer, then this yoga is going to become very, very helpful, because then most of the things you are actually gaining through your past life, through some past life karmas, these kind of a karmic patterns or these things are actually coming towards you. So this will eventually help you to go more into the occult sciences as well, any kind of research related activities, even professions in the field of healing, HEALING, healing related career, working as a spiritual teacher, spiritual master, teaching yoga, meditation, even mystical sciences. So Ketu is going to be very proficient in doing that kind of area. Now it also depends the amount of time that you are going to spend in doing all that activities, that will actually help you to determine your success potential with Ketu placement in the 2nd house. But overall I will tell you, this is going to be a balanced placement if it is all alone. If it is with malefics, then some ancestral or generational curses are there. If it is more with the benefic part, then I will tell you that spiritual inclination is going to be way higher with this Ketu placement. Overall this is going to be a very balanced placement. But one thing I would request you, if you are having Ketu in your 2nd house, you need to first of all pay attention towards your Surya, that is planet Sun also, because you remember initially I told you the fire elements are going to be a bit trickier with this Ketu. Ketu, whenever in the fire elements, like as I told you, Surya element, Surya mean heat, that is fire, that is Agni. They are sign of Aries, the sign of Leo, the sign of Sagittarius. Na? Ketu in the fiery element tend to dissipate its energy a lot. And where Ketu will also fail to understand the purpose, like what is the reason why I'm doing this thing in a fire. Fire represents lot of aggression, heat. This is the action oriented sign where you need to put lot of actions to do lot of things. But Ketu on the other hand tend to feel very confused with this fiery tattva. Like these people are very undecisive. Not be able to decide which thing is good for me and which things are bad for me. Suppose even they want to make some choices in their life, or they want to make certain decisions, and they suppose there are 4 options in front of them, and Ketu will pick the first option. Now when Ketu is deciding upon that first option, and then Ketu will start progressing in this area, na, immediately the self-doubt will arise inside this Ketu, and Ketu will tell you, no, this is a wrong pathway. You need to go into the second pathway or second direction. Now when you start moving in the second direction, once again Ketu will come. And Ketu will tell you, no, this is again a wrong pathway. Choose the third option. Now you start moving in third direction, again Ketu will tell you, no, this is again wrong. You need to go towards first one. So that cyclic motion or that cyclic karma will going to play out. Here I request you, if you are having Ketu in the fiery element, I'm giving you one thumb rule that is going to be really very helpful throughout your life. At the time of decision making, it may be personal, professional, financial, or any other decision, rather than focusing over the logical or the analytical side of the mind, you need to pay more and more attention towards your intuitive side. You can also call it as a gut feeling or the sixth sense, because the decisions that you are going to make with the help of your gut feeling, that are also always going to be true. So I hope you have gained some deep insights in this video with me. If you are having any queries, any consultations with regards to your Rahu Ketu placement, any other thing you want to know, you can please don't hesitate to get in touch with me over my email ID, and I will try my best to respond back as soon as possible. So till then, please subscribe my channel below, make sure to hit the like button if you really enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well. And I will try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. Bye bye.